worried about a bit of rain when we've got COVID and we've got lockdown and we've got tyranny. No! How many murders do we have to have here in Oxford before Inspector Morse reincarnates here and cries foul?
Hold your mouth. You're going near the front. Hold it next to your mouth. You've got to have this right next to it.
Okay.
Turn it that way.
Technical difficulties. So, there are students here who are going to go for their PhD. They're going to go for their degrees. And they're going to come out. Are they going to think that the government is going to look after them? Exactly. Are we the few and they the many? And for 1,000 years, we have been accepting their history. And we've bent over. And we've surrendered to them. Can people hear me like this?
Hold it next to your mouth.
Hold it here. Okay.
That's right. Pretend you're Boris.
I've never been challenged like this. So for 1,000 years we've been bending over and going along with their history, with their demands. We've been surrendering ourselves. We've been putting ourselves up for their wars, and they make money out of that, and we spend and take our lives. It takes our lives. It's not good enough. The young, they've never known wars, have they? They've never been there. They may do Warcraft and all sorts of games online. It's all virtual. And they think that it's not going to come to them. Well, they have got something coming, that it will come to them eventually. But we're not going to let that happen, are we? Because they think that they can just press the button and it will reset automatically and they can start over. But the great reset that the globalists have for us is real. It's not a virtual game. And it's horrendous. And the thing is that they give us the empty promises. They give us the green solutions they're going to bring. And it's not going to do any of that. They're going to chip us all. And I'm not talking about fish and chips either. And they're going to chip us all. And we are going to take it? No, we are not. Because if you ask the scholars in the Bodleian Library, if you ask the professors from Balliol, they know, their classic education knows what the siren voice did to brave men in times past. They killed them. They drew them to their death. And this is not going to happen. By the way, does everybody know that the guy who gave his name to Balliol College, where did he come from? He came from Barnard Castle. Who went to Barnard Castle? Yes, the dreaded criminal Cummings. And that is where GSK is making the vaccines that they want to give us all. And we're not going to take them, are we? No. Precisely. We're not buying into their agenda. So, what is it that we're going to do? What is it around here? If I was to tell you around here that we have the answer is here with us all, each. Would you believe me? Yes. Would you go for it with everything that you've got? Yes. And then would you then act on it so it becomes our reality? Yes. If you do that, we have already beaten the dark forces that want to put us down. We and our actions are able to do it, and only we. Do you know that the answer to tyranny has been here for over 1,000 years, over 2,000 years? Why? They're trying to stop me!
Lionel, turn this away from me. Yeah?
Hey, turn it away, turn it. Put it right to the mouth. Here we go. Yes, we've had the answer for 2,000 years plus. And for 1,000 years, that has been hidden. It's been given lip service, but we've never been allowed to enjoy it. Tyranny pretends. That's their MO. They lie. They cheat. They rob us of our freedom. And we have become broken. We've become weakened. And we have given into the lies that we're told, and we have surrendered. Well, not all of us, right? There are always people, and there always have been down the centuries, who have always been after truth, supporting truth, and promoting it. We have always had people who have never surrendered. My lineage, myself, is full of them. My great-uncle was the single journalist in the 1920s who exposed who was behind the crash of '29 and the Great Depression that followed. Like Julian Assange and Snowden, he was chased to the ends of the earth. He left, but he left a heritage, he left his work, and he left the sword, and I picked up that sword, and that sword is my pen. Because the pen is always mightier. Damn these things. But the pen is always mightier than the sword. We'll now have a commercial break.
Hold that forward, hold that close to your mouth, otherwise you get speed. Forward.
Are we on? Yes, we are. Here we go. Right. So they're always there. And yes, today we've got people, and you know who they are, and they're getting bigger and bigger, who are fighting this fight against the tyranny. This is fun. My notes are getting stuck together. Bear with me. The fluidity has been taken by the rain. Too wet. Got it. Hang on just one moment. Do you realize that they tax us with over 500 taxes? And all of those taxes are injurious to us. Now, common law does not use taxes. So your income tax, your VAT, your council tax, your death tax, your road taxes, your property taxes, your student loans, and your mortgages, and all the credit cards and everything else, that will be wiped out when common law takes its rightful place as the only law of the land. Every tax is illegal, and it is injurious to the sovereign person. And we will get rid of that because common law loathes it. It doesn't even have it. Now, many of you will say, well, how will we get the money to sponsor the new way of being, the new life? They always tell us, don't they, that they don't have a magic money tree. Imagine this. We have discovered where that money tree grows. We know what it is. We have replicated it by having a huge orchard around that tree, producing fruits that will serve and save the people. We know how to play them at their own game, and we are. You may recognize that on the 22nd of August this year, the grand jury sat down and signed into being again the Magna Carta 2020. And that signed in the Declaration of Rights. And those Declaration of Rights mean that the common law is the only sovereign law in these lands. Now the MPs and those that rule us, or try to rule us, insist that they are still in charge. Well then let me tell you, on Monday last, on the 30th of September, every single one of those 657 MPs was served a personal prosecution of criminality. They were served a charge of fraud. You don't serve charges of fraud unless you're absolutely certain that they hold fast, and they do. They were also charged with treason. Why were they charged with treason? Because they deposed the crown in March. We no longer have a queen. They deposed the crown in March, and then in the EU withdrawal agreement, can't even say it, it's so ghastly, they wrote that Parliament is now sovereign. That, my friends, is treason! It is treason beyond anything we have ever had to endure, and that is why they were served their criminal prosecutions. They will go down, they are going down, and everyone who licks them goes down with them, and everyone who serves the criminal cartel is going down, one by one. We're taking down the traitors and the tyrannous regime. This is no dream. This is reality. This is based on fact, because the law, the lawful law, the common law, only respects facts. We have the facts, and I know personally that I have just taken down my mortgage company. They are no longer able to take me and tell me that I have a mortgage. No, they do, and they have been charged handsomely for it. And that is the way that we help the people, that we make everything work for the people. They look mighty, don't they? They look big, they look too big to fail. They are failing because we are no longer going to buy into their stuff. We have been. Apple, Gates, Pharma, Google, and their lickspittle artificial intelligence. They think they're taking it. No, we are now turning the books and using all of that for our advantage, because all of the things that they're doing to us, when you turn it round and do it for us, it works as it works, positively, helpfully, supportively, and that is important. Now, I look around here and I see families, I see children, fantastic children just came on earlier, and I see people of all ages and all professions and all no professions, whatever. And you all have a heart, you all have a desire to do something. And we are doing it because it's in our nature. We are human beings, and therefore that is what we are and that is what we do. So look around and see that the love, the well-being and the nurture and the happiness, it's in our eyes and it's in our touch. And none of us are going to consent. We do not consent ever. And we do not consent to tyranny, do we? No! And the reason is because it is not us. It is not serving our sovereign being. The smallest word, one of the smallest words in our language is 2 letters, N-O. What does that say? No! Exactly. We need to use it with courage. We need to put on the armor of fearlessness. If we are not fearless, we are losing. We can be fearless. Can you all be fearless? Yes. Do you feel the armor of fearlessness and courage around you? Yes. Then we have won! Yes. I will tell you one thing. In fact, I'll tell you several things, but I will tell you this. That at this moment, around the country, people are taking themselves back. They are taking their properties back. They're taking their rights back. They're taking everything back to them. And the reason that they're doing that is because it is their right. And what we are doing, you are going to find in a very, very short period, all around these isles, these British Isles, every corner of these British Isles, there is going to be something happening. In every town, in many cities. And it is something that they cannot stop, like they have been stopping the Trafalgar Square and other meetings in other places, because we broadcast that we're going to do it. This what is going to happen very, very soon is going to come as a complete and utter surprise. They will never see it coming. The only time they will see it coming is when it's been. And what is going to happen is that we are going to reveal the truth. We are going to reveal them as the liars and the criminals that they are. Are you up for that? Are you willing to bear witness to the greatest single act in the history of our land? Because I tell you, with the technology we have, it will be. There will be no one unable to know. Even these people who are going about their shopping, doing their dutiful thing, feeding the system, they will not miss the message that gets out. And there is no way whatsoever, and I swear on that, that whoever tries to take us down will be able to, because they will never know what we're doing. They don't know it until it happens. So, are you with us? Yes. Then join those freedom cells on that moment, on that day, when it happens. You will know it, but you just let us know at thefreedomcycle.com. Let us know where you are and who you are, and we will do this all together. So, I say to you finally, cry havoc and let us raise up the common law. Thank you.